Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading, and I know a lot of people, because of what's been going on in the media and what people are talking about, um, would like to probably know this one. Now, this would be interesting. Now, I did tell you guys I am not well. I would probably read it if Trump is not the nomination, but the nominee. But if Trump ends up a nominee for president, I'm not going to read the outcome of that. I've got my reasons, okay? And you guys know I'm not afraid to read it, but I've got my reasons because there's 3D and 5D Earth. That's why. Okay, that's why. We may see a split, it's quantum theory, so I don't want to read it. Okay. It's a little different than last time when I did read it and I told you guys Biden would win. I want to also remind, especially because I have some people coming in community, I also predicted that Trump would dispute the election. I predicted it would end up in court, and I also said that Biden will be sworn in. Okay, and stuff. There was all kinds of chaos, and when he was going in court, and I said he will be sworn in as president, and I was right on those. Okay, and it's kind of weird because I remember saying it would get wild, and then that was before I saw Trump's tweet, the insurrection day. Okay, yeah, it was just one of those things, but it is what it is. It's a lot, is what it is, but it is. But right now, there's one thing: the Federalist Society is not supporting Trump. That's a big one. They're super conservative, and a lot of conservatives, the real up top ones, really look up to them. Okay, they're a big player in the conservative movement. Okay, there are those that are getting away from him, but they are agreeing with constitutional scholars that because of the impeachment, remember he was impeached, there was, this insurrection, that he's disqualified. That just like, age, you have to be a certain age, or you have to have been born and born here to be, to run for president. That certain things disqualify him. Now, if that happens, that they run on that and everything, when it goes through Congress and all that stuff, and they just disqualify him, that would probably go all the way to Supreme Court. There might be some stuff. Okay, I'm still learning the legalities of it. I don't claim to be an expert. I'm a psychic reader, not a scholar of the Constitution. Though, Dad did, yes, he did. He gave me a book of it when I was a kid, and I read it more than once. Okay, he did make sure I read it. Yeah, he was, of course he did. Being a veteran, of course he had me read it. Okay, Declaration of Independence. Yeah, I had a little booklet and I read it many times. Oh yeah, he made sure I knew it. Okay, you go in school and everything, but he made sure I knew it. And we all have access to it on the internet. Come on. So this is actually, this is on Brian Tyler Cohen's thing, but he's got a sniff and everything, about this here, where this scholar talks and says, it's pretty much looking like he's disqualified. But the issue is, if it went all the way to the Supreme Court, as Trump packed the court, will they, who are supposed to interpret and make decisions based on the intent of the founding fathers in the Constitution, will they uphold it? Really, it's a no-brainer with the impeachment. It should be. But we know it's crooked. Okay? So that's another reason why we're gonna read. Now, what I read today, I am gonna read, let me get my thing here because it's covered. I need that visible. I'm going to read from Not Only Thought, but I'm also going to take a peekaboo with the Stranger Things deck because it's an apocalyptic deck. This time I wrote down the correspondences so I don't flip in the book. Okay, I'm still trying to get used to it, guys. Give me a break. But it's a good deck. It's a good apocalyptic deck. That's why I got it. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a lot of musicians, some alive, some not, whoever is running their YouTube, who they're using Stranger Things images on the thumbnail. Okay, there's you got a hangman see from a different perspective what some people are saying. Okay, I know what they're saying. Other people may not, but I do. Okay, and that's why I got the Stranger Things deck. I ain't stupid. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, Let's go and check out what they're saying as far as him not being able to run, being disqualified.
2024 presidential candidate Asa Hutchinson, who will join me in a bit, he says that Donald Trump might be disqualified from holding office based on the 14th Amendment, which says that U.S. officials who engage in insurrection or rebellion
so nice.
or aid and comfort them cannot hold office again. You were not only an impeachment manager in the January 6th impeachment of Donald Trump, you were a constitutional scholar. So do you agree with Asa Hutchinson on this?
Well, absolutely, and we've been saying all along that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment presents a clear and unequivocal statement that anyone who is sworn an oath of office, and by the way, not just a president, but members of Congress and others who hold federal office, who engage in insurrection or rebellion, having sworn an oath to uphold the Constitution against enemies, foreign and domestic, can never serve again in federal or state office. And this was added after the Civil War as a general constitutional principle, and we have to abide by it. Donald Trump was impeached by the House of Representatives for inciting an insurrection against the Union, and then 57 of 100 senators determined as a constitutional fact that Donald Trump had incited an insurrection. So I think you've got robust bicameral, bipartisan majorities that have already established this as a fact. And I agree with the conservative Federalist Society law professors who are out there saying, as well as Mr. Hutchinson, that Donald Trump is disqualified just as if he were running and not a born U.S. citizen, or if he were running and he were 24 years old.
Add Jamie Raskin to the chorus of legal scholars approving the theory that
so just to show, if you guys want to see Brian Tyler Cohen, you could go to it. But that's the thing, and there's a lot of talk about it. It's being talked about on the news. There's tons of YouTubes that are starting to pop up about it. He may just be disqualified. So, but it could end up going all the way to Supreme Court. Now, we got the mugshot, and of course he's doing merch. We kind of do anything for a buck. Okay, Donnie is anything for a buck. Okay, you know he is. Okay, so of course he immediately, everybody, the mugshot, let's do merch. Okay, and he's making money and people are donating and he's doing a never surrender. There's such an irony with him saying never surrender, because really, what is he, let me hangman from a different perspective, what is he really saying? He ain't surrendering to spirit. That's what he's really saying. Oh, no. I know it. Because, see, one of the things, when you're on the spiritual path, one of the things you got to do, somewhere in there, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, you got to surrender to spirit. You got to wave the white flag and give up. Even a thing on Lionsgate Portal, when I was in my teachers area, I did a little post, and I'm like, they need to surrender. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Spirit, that's what surrender. Give up. Give it up. Stop. That's the way, that's what spirit is. You better surrender. Let's just stop. Wave the white flag. Okay, Jesus, I'm done. I will stop fighting. I surrender. That's what spirit wants. Ultimately, spirit wants everybody to surrender and stop this nonsense. So when he's saying never surrender, he may be talking about to America and all that, but that's darkness saying, I will never surrender to spirit. That's really what he's saying. That's why that's his motto. Deep down. But Jesus is like, I already won 2,000 years ago, my man. You know what I'm saying? I already won this. You can do this, never surrender. You can sell your merch, your mug shot on mugs. You could even put your mug shot on women's big booties if you want. But you're going down. It's a shakedown, takedown. You're going to go down. And yes, he will drag people to hell. And that's why, us light people are trying to tell you guys, you don't want to be a fly stuck on the sticky fly paper, because that's what he is. He really is. The man of lawlessness. That, like I said in yesterday's video, what if he is an ascended master and that was his thing? Go be the man of lawlessness and attract the flies. Yeah, it's time. You never know how it all works. But we know he's the bad guy in the story. Okay, and other people can say, oh, he's the good guy. He's resisted. Okay, sure. Okay, come on. You should know just like when Jesus says, it's not what you take inside you, like say food and things, that defile you, but what comes out of your mouth. Oh, it just went dark. What comes out of your mouth? I can't remember the exact scripture, but I could pull it up. Matter of fact, let's pull it up to make sure we got it right. Scripture on what comes out of your mouth defiles you, Jesus. Let's get it right. Let's get the word right. Here it is, Matthew 15:11 to 20.
According to Bible.com, it is not what goes into the mouth of a man that makes him unclean and defiled, but what comes out of the mouth. This makes a man unclean and defiles.
Let me repeat that. Matthew 15, it's like 11 through 20, but whatever. It is not what goes in the mouth of a man that makes him unclean and defiled, but what comes out of the mouth. This makes a man unclean and defiles him. Okay, that's the thing. Now, this all started a thing about eating, certain things that, the body. I gave up beef because Krishna likes cows, okay? And technically pork is not the cleanest food. You could imagine back then it probably wasn't good for you. That's probably why they did it, But also we know Jesus, he would banish, demons would be like, oh, please don't send me to hell. Let me go in that pig. Okay. Beep. Okay. All right. Even giving them some kind of mercy. All right. But still, everybody has their thing about what they'll eat and not eat. You know how that is. I gave up beef and stuff, and I'm really glad I did because I feel a lot better. Obviously, I'm a little thinner, guys, But it is still true. It's not what goes in that defiles you. It's what comes out of your mouth. Now, as I say that, look at the things he says on True Social, the lies, the filth, the attacks. Boo! Not what he puts on the outside on those True Social posts and what he puts on tweets defiles him on the inside. That defiles him. That's what makes you unclean, what comes out of your mouth. Okay, that's why we want to be careful. Don Miguel Ruiz, be impeccable with the word. I know, I swear, and believe me, be a spirit of working on it. I sometimes joke that's me on the battlefield, but I do not take the Lord's name in vain. That's one thing I won't do. Okay, and try to be careful with that. But I do, I know. Sometimes that's me on the battlefield. I'm working on it. Okay, but things like lying about people, gossiping about people, threatening people, those things defile a person. Okay, so and Jesus, if you read his words, did you see him talk like that? No. Oh no, he said amazing things, beautiful things, enlightening things. Okay, the Beatitudes, for example. Okay, parable of the mustard seed. Okay, the Lord's Prayer. He didn't say, you think he would have, he's going to come back the second coming and talk like Trump? Can you see Jesus do it? No, you can't. Okay, and people want to say, oh, he's an imperfect Messiah. Oh, no. The justification is ridiculous. Okay, it's ridiculous, but that says it all. That's why you got to listen to the Word of God. That's why my Archangel Michael is downstairs on my altar. A very big statue. I should bring him up here and put him in everybody's face. I really should. But let's say it one more time. It is not what goes into the mouth of a man that makes him unclean and defiled. Think of that. Unclean and defiled. But what comes out of the mouth, this makes a man unclean and defiles him. Okay, and the things he said, put in Obama's address. Okay, things he said about, the one lady that I can't, her name is escaping me, sorry, that there was the rape case and he keeps going on and being disgusting. Oh God, he says so many disgusting, the filth that comes out of his mouth, well, it defiles him on the inside. And people want that to run for president. Oh, yeah, and then you say you're Christian. No, you cannot serve two masters, my friends. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, and we got thought, and we're going to go ahead and check it out, and then we'll look at Stranger Things, okay? Because we're going to kind of see. So one of the things we're going to see, will he be disqualified? Now, I know this, yes, it would open a can of worms. People be upset. I know people, I want to be, like that, strife, any kind of violence. We're hoping, that nothing like that would happen. Well, Jesus has got us. So what do I tell you guys when all this is going on? Focus on the outcome you desire, love over fear. Focus on the positive while this is going on. Okay, keep positive. Try to be careful watching the news. I try to be very careful with that myself. I'm very choosy. I do what I can to avoid his face. Oh, now he's got a mugshot all over the place. I know it's going to be hard. Shield your eyes very well and your ears, okay? Because the filth that comes out of the mouth can dirty your soul if you listen too much to him. Okay, yes, it can. It has done it to a lot of people, as you can see. Okay, that's what happens when you listen to that. Okay, so reading, good spiritual books, and I know some of you might be, maybe you're more spiritual, different, leaning on, what was I going to say, you're magical people, let's put it that way, and Christianity has rubbed you the wrong way. Jesus to me is a hippie, that's the way he is. He's the 60s hippie, that's the way I see him. Okay, I don't see him like a Pharisee Jesus. Nope. He's actually pretty cool, and he's art of war. Okay, so he's the light. He's the light. That's the way it is. Okay, and he's got a lot of friends, and he respects, and he does respect women, and he likes cards. Trust me, he likes cards. Okay, except as long as you handle them the right way, and you're not using them in bad ways. Okay. All right, so, and I know some people would say, well, what about Crowley? And I was like, you know what, it's a magical system. He was correct about the magic, but yes, I know he kind of did his beast thing. I kind of stay away from the Thelema aspects of Crowley, but the deck works, okay? All right. It is a cross on his deck, okay? Notice, it is a cross. It is there. All right. Now, the Queen of Cups very often for me, as I'm kind of thinking of that Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She was my Queen of Cups. I kept seeing her right before she died. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out. She's a Pisces. All right, so we're focusing. Will Donnie not get nominated? Or wait, let me get this right. Will he be disqualified from the nomination? Let me correct. Sorry, I did a little walk today. Okay, so the first card is the Four of Swords. That is the Truce card. So that could be the meditation card. There's the Three of Swords hanging on the wall, the suffering, the heartache. There is a bunch of groups. Probably this Federalist Society is looking at it. Oh God, it's just ridiculous. They have meditated on this. They have thought deeply on this. Really thinking of the next move. I believe there are conservative folks that are like, I'm not saying they're necessarily good people, but they're more purist to the Constitution, that they will not back down on that one. That I will say, in that they know that the Constitution has to be upheld. Okay, for America to be what it is, freedom. Okay, they have been meditating on this, and they're ready to take this to the distance. Okay, get this going. He's disqualified. Okay, now this card is also called Truce. Now, part of it to me is also kind of putting everything in mind, kind of making peace in the mind, getting to a place of stillness and a deep meditation. The war within, silence it. And I do feel that there are some conservatives who are like, man, this is too much. Okay, they're smart enough to know it's all about him. His ego is out of control. He's a malignant narcissist. They've seen the damage. They see the corruption with, the Republican Party. They know it's dying. And if they want, the Republicans to survive, they know it's got to be cleaned up. Okay, so he's got some forces. Like I said, Federalist Society, a lot of conservatives listen to him, that are going, oh no, we're about the Constitution, okay, period, and stuff. And he's disqualified, and the scholars are getting involved, okay? And it's pretty simple stuff, right? But it's not that simple with the Supreme Court, the way they are, if they're crooked, and stuff. Yes, interference, Eight of Swords, yes, jail. That's another thing they're looking at, okay? Him, he Spirit's getting him, in a trap, okay? And, getting him, in a cell. They understand he's on his way to a cell. So having him be the nominee and this all drag out and all the court cases, well, obviously the Federalist Society and other conservatives will be like, well, then a Democrat's going to win, right? So there's those that are starting to align and be like, we can't have him get the nomination. But they're also looking at, theoretically, he shouldn't even run. They are, looking at it honestly and inquisitively on that aspect. Oh God, what a mess. A guy gets, is going to be dealing with court case after court case. How could he possibly run and secure and win the Republic? How could he do it? And then they also think, oh, the catastrophe if he did win. Oh, yuck. He could tear down the Constitution. There are those who want it protected. Obviously, there's a lot of Democrats who want it protected, but there are conservatives who actually do want it protected. Okay? So, yeah, there are those. There are the purists out there, okay? So let's kind of see what's going on. Yeah, a lot of energy during that Lionsgate Portal Leo month is shifting hard, okay? We got the Lion there, Prince of Wands energy, a lot of fire. And then we've got the Knight of Cups energy there. Let me kind of go ahead and meditate on that. That is Cancer energy. Yeah, I know Elon Musk is going to be a big player in this. I feel this is his card. I believe he's a Cancer, if I'm correct. Yeah, he is. He is. I feel this is him. That he may actually, with some of the things in Twitter, I already got my ideas on Elon. You're going to have to be a paying member to see what I said about his intent. But I feel he's going to be a big factor. Obviously, given, now he's going to Twitter because he knows he's got a bigger soundboard and a lot of people have been wanting him to return. He's actually could be very helpful with that. Some things could be said. Now, the Twitter account has already been subpoenaed. Jack's got a hold of it. Okay, but there could be some things said on that Twitter, okay, which is now X, that really solidifies some of this. Okay, there could be some stuff. All right, he's given him a soundboard, but he's better be responsible because he knows when he's out of control, especially calling for violence and things like that. Oh boy, Elon. Okay, let's see what we got. So we got the Three of Wands, we got Virtue. Here we go. Okay, that's Promised Land energy, and that America really is in so many ways a Promised Land. What I mean is, in the sense, it is a free country. It is a free country. It needs to stay that way. There's so many forces trying to fuck with that. And I feel that there are, various people. There are Democrats, definitely. But there are some conservatives that are like, oh, no, we can't lose freedom. They're starting to rise. Okay? They're starting to rise and stuff. They want the party to get cleaned up. Okay? Virtue. All right, so there are some, but, of course, they have their own purposes. How do they feel about women? Okay, but they don't want to lose the Constitution. They do not want that torn up. That's always been the thing, to keep that protected. Okay, that's probably where my dad would be like, yeah, there's some guys out there. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on over the next few months. Will this even become an issue? Will this be thrown up in there? Except now, then we've got the sorrow card, the suffering and everything, that's gone on. Yeah. A lot of that, even the insurrection itself, I see as sorrow. Remember, they're meditating on the Three of Swords. That was a lot of suffering. There was deaths. There were people that committed suicide, some cops, because of what happened. Okay. Change. Oh, it's coming. Oh, we've had changes galore for Trump. Okay, but change is coming. That is Jupiter and Capricorn energy. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, the devil. There we go. Okay, so he's going to... we know who that is. We know he's going to get nefarious and with his weird stuff and everything. Oh, guys, you don't want to be this fly on the fly paper and stuff. They're virtue. Okay, there are some purist conservatives who want to protect that Constitution. So we're going to see some yucky stuff be going on. We might even see a fifth indictment. I've been kind of suspecting. Okay, success. Okay, so I do believe with that success, with these guys, because I'm looking down here, okay, that we get something moving on that, okay? And we've got a 6 there, and that is kind of the gifts. We got some rich people here, okay? Now, let's kind of go ahead and look. Yeah, Chariot, moving forward successfully, energy. That's Cancer energy as well. They're going with, in alignment with the divine. There you go, okay? Because Spirit certainly doesn't want him to be president. I can tell you that right now. Let's kind of look at, which angle do I want to look at? Do I want to look at Trump energy? Yeah, let's look at his inner, how this is going to go. Well, oh, yeah, we got debauched, 7 deadly sins. Oh, yeah, he's toxic. We know that. Okay, and stuff. And yes, Princess of Swords, he's going to be using that true social. He's going to be blabbering his mouth, kind of putting out his own, noise. But he's also going to be receiving information. Yep, there we go. We've got the prince. He's going to be receiving information that's going to bring him down. He may be even getting more debauch. So let's look at the environment. What is he going to be up against here? There's people at the crossroads. Obviously, I know they're a Trump supporter. Are they going to follow him? Okay, and be dragged to hell, or are they going to be going another road? Other people are going to start taking another road. Okay, it's going to be smaller. It's not going to be like before. Okay. Oh, moving away from troubled water. We got the cross in there. We got the Six of Swords. And then it's also the science card. That's a fact check. Okay. We've just got, simple things are facts, just a matter of, a little bit of left brain energy there. That's the way it is, what the Constitution says. But yes, moving away from troubled water, that is the aim of these guys. Okay. And let's kind of go and see. We'll pull one more. A Seven of Wands, that is to stand up, stand ground. People are going to stand up and say, no more. Nope. They're about to rise against him. They're going to rise against him. You're going to see some conservatives, some powerful ones that are going to start rising against him. They're not going to be MAGA hat people, though. They're going to be more purists. A different energy is coming for this. The cross says so. Okay, hopes and fears, Two of Swords and stuff, that which is the peace card. There are those that do want peace, okay, meditating on that, but the choices of ultimately what sword is taken, what is the outcome? That's the big one. Okay, Prince of Discs, so it's going to be a little while, probably before this all resolves itself. It's going to take some time. This is not going to be an easy one. That is, stubborn Taurus energy. Okay, that's a bull. Trump is going to be a bull in a china shop over this. Okay, is one of the things. And let me pull another one just to look in there. Failure. Okay, so as I kind of look at that, let me kind of meditate. Who's failure? Bull in china shop. Yeah, to be honest, I hate to say this. Getting disqualified here. I want to see something. I'm going to do the Stranger Things, but I know. Who's failure? I haven't got quite the word yet. Give me a moment. Strength. There we go. That's going to be Trump's failure. That's Trump's failure, because the strength that is rising against that Nine of Wands, people are going to guard the Constitution. That can be about the Nine of Wands. That's not the strength card of the Major Arcana. This is Thoth. That's guarding the Constitution with their life. And the failure is Trump to be able to stop what is rising against him. It's going to come up. The Seven of Wands is coming up. That's offense. And then here, a defense. They're going to defend the Constitution. So I feel that he is going to get disqualified. Okay. Now, the challenge, though, is the reaction. Yes. The failure. And stuff. I had to meditate on it for a second, because I'm like, failure, whose failure is it? But no, the Nine of Wands says it. They're going to be able to protect the Constitution. As a matter of fact, very often in the Rider-Waite, it shows the guy, he's got the bandage, he's badly battered, but he stands up and goes, oh no. And we know there was a beating that was taken on January 6th, Insurrection Day. Nope, people are ready to stand up and go, oh no, we have to protect the Constitution with our life. And we do. Okay, people have died to protect it. Freedom. Okay, it has to be protected. So the forces that are rising, that's going to be Trump's failure. He can't stop the protection of the Constitution. Oh, no, Jesus ain't having that shit. Okay, that would put the entire globe in chaos. Okay, the entire globe. It would all fall apart. So now let's look at the Stranger Things. And when I do reads, I do my best not to, go into, revolution and things like that, because a lot of the 144K is going, oh, no. Okay, that's what Jesus is for. Okay, so I do believe he can get disqualified, but it's probably going to be later next year. Okay, this is going to drag out. This is something that's going to be a slow crawl and drag out. But the Nine of Wands solidifies it for me. They are going to protect the Constitution with their life. This is going to be a rising of some other conservatives, okay, that are purists, that are like, no more. It's going to take a minute. But more people are going to gather to protect the Constitution. Okay, so that's the good news. So let's see what Stranger Things has to say. Let me get the correspondences by my side so I don't mess up the elements. Oh, yeah, so that's good. I just needed a minute. But yeah, he's going to be a bull in a china shop. And if anything, being a bull in a china shop is going to just make it, I believe certain things he's going to say on Twitter, obviously he's got a big mouth, is going to push people away. It's going to start, I mean, of course you're going to have some dumb people wearing his shirt with his mugshot, this no surrender, but what he's really saying, like I said, is no surrender to spirit. That's what he's really saying. No surrender to Jesus. And Jesus is like, yeah, I knew you were going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Jesus knew he ain't gonna surrender, but he's going down. Okay, now we're going to look. Here we go. Oh, we got two. Okay, so we got death reversed and temperance reversed. Okay, so I know a lot of people want this to end, come to an end. The chapter is almost closed. Okay, it's almost closed. That, this is a Scorpio energy, but especially, like I said, Age of Aquarius next year, November 19th. A lot of things, we're going into Age of Aquarius no matter what. Temperance reverse. I know having patience and divine timing, I know that's a hard one for people. Oh God, I'm tired of this. I want it to end. Spirit hears you. Spirit hears you. Okay, but certain things have to be drug out. The long, drawn-out process is so people choose. Okay, you hopefully don't end up a fly on the fly paper. But also, the crooked people that have been scheming and everything, whoop, they're stuck on the fly paper. Okay, I told you, he's a sticky fly paper to attract the flies. That's his purpose. Okay, and it's not a willing purpose necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because he goes down too. Okay, so we got Queen of Strands, and that, let me go ahead and check that. That is fire, yes. Okay, so, oh, that energy has been coming up a lot. I've been getting that fire energy. We still got the stormy issue going to be coming up. I have a feeling the stormy issue may be a little bigger than thought. I wonder what kind of discussions they may have had, okay? There's a little bit more with Stormy going on, but I believe she is the Queen of Wands energy. That still has to come up, okay? Will people be, I mean, how do you say that's a man of God? Give me a break and stuff. Okay, and now we've got the Eight of Swords, Eight of Dice. Remember, Eight of Swords can be jail. Okay, see the young people, they're rising up. They're going to get, let me raise this up so you can see the images. Okay, oh yeah, expect, one of the reasons for the Stranger thing is expecting young people, like I said, I'm not a fan of TikTok and things, but social media, getting up, they're done with this. They're going to vote. And a lot of them, people, the MAGA crowd has been wanting to suppress the vote of the young. Oh no, they're going to start rising. Give them a minute. But yeah, jail. Pretty much all young people want Trump out. Okay, that's pretty much the way it is. I know there's some that like him, but not many. Okay, but they're going to be rising up. But yes, jail. That's the thing. Stormy, jail. Okay, that's the way it is. Okay, so we got the Page of Strands, which is the page of the young people are going to be rising. Okay, that's especially the Page of Wands, passion, fire. They have not felt passionate about their future for a long time, but you're going to start seeing some intelligent young people coming out and start taking action and things like that. Okay, the reversal, just give them time. Okay, right now they feel kind of powerless. Give them a moment. Okay, their vote has power. They need to find their power. Okay, and Gen X is the one who really needs to get up and save them. I have said that. That's what we're doing. Okay, here we go. The world. Oh God, yes. Yep. Young and old. Okay, look at this. Going into a new cycle. No matter what, we're going to do it. But see that? Here comes the sun. Oh, yeah. Okay, Vishnu is all on this. Okay, you see that? Younger and older generations coming together. Okay, that's it. That's the way it is. Okay, that's why Stranger Things deck is powerful. Younger and older people coming together, getting in alignment. Okay, we got to save our kids. That's the way it is. Okay, Ace of Strands. Okay, that is fire. Ace of Fire reversed and stuff. The one thing about it, that's just more of that passion. The kids feel kind of, there are those that are kind of going down and passionless and everything. But the young people, the older people are going to start saving the younger people. We got to light the fire. But to expect them to save the world, oh fuck. Okay, no, Generation X, get up. Okay, get up and stop being chumps. Okay, the lover's reverse. Oh yeah, enmity between man and woman, bringing man and women and getting them harmonious. Let me kind of talk about this. This is a big one. This is a little bit bigger than people. I know you guys know. There is definitely a lot of problems. We've had the patriarchy, and they're just getting worse and worse. Okay, about women, trying to put them down. But there is also a force of some women so fed up, they're trying to put men down. Okay, and even when I've been reading relationships, it can happen one way or the other. Of course I read majority women because more women are drawn to this path. They're more apt to sit with a psychic. Men don't always do that. It takes a man with courage to sit down with a psychic. Okay, usually they're at their wit's end or something, or they've had some experiences or believe things. Not very many do it because being seen, men can be very private inside about things. Okay, but then there are those who, will be, okay, I got to get this done. Okay, but healing between man and woman, that's a massive one. Okay, each gender needs to learn to be respectful to the other, okay? And this patriarchy shit has to go, okay? It has to go, okay? There needs to be, equality. Now, can things always be perfectly equal and all that? No, there's no such thing as perfect with man and woman. And even when Jesus gets all his stuff done, things won't be perfect, of course, sometimes. But the way it has been very bad. Okay, it's got progressively worse over the years. There's men being very disrespectful to women, abusive to women, but even women, and stuff are starting to get more ferocious with men in ways of putting them down. And I've seen cases of this. I've been talking of this. The wrong woman can take a man down all the way down. Okay, it can. They do it in other ways. There's ways a woman can break a man's spirit, and it can be very brutal. Black widows, vampires. Okay, so definitely healing the rift with that. Okay, and working on that is a big one. So obviously we'd want a president who's respectful to women. Okay, this one's not. Obviously he went down for sexual assault, really rape. Okay, it's pretty much. And there's just a lot of really icky stuff with that. So healing between the genders, that's a massive one. Bringing Shiva and Shakti together. Okay, getting the devil out of the way to be able to do that. That's going to be, and hopefully that could go in a positive direction. That's going to take some time. It ain't perfect. Okay, but getting women's rights back would be a big one. But yes, working on that rift. Okay, we've got that issue. Okay, women are going to start rising up to get their rights back. Well, what am I starting? They are rising up. Okay, and it's going to get a bigger movement. It's going to be huge. Okay, it's going to, I've already signed petitions and I'm doing shit, myself. But messing with women's rights, I knew, sadly, it was going to happen. But then there was a part of me that, didn't want to believe it. Like any woman wouldn't want to believe that Roe would be taken down. But the threat was always there. I always knew the threat was always there. But once Ruth passed away and then Amy Coney Barrett, I was like, oh shit, we're in trouble. We're in deep shit. Here we go. But yes, healing that rift and stuff is necessary. On a spiritual level, especially. Just some things Spirit wants to talk about. Okay, and this is... Yep. Okay, so Six of Pentacles. That is about give and receive. Oh, God. A big thing in this, charity is massive, the giving. Trump is a taker. Okay, people that are, begging for, what's theirs and are struggling. He's going, give me money, and I'll help you and make you more prosperous. Think of the game here. Okay, think of the game here, how ridiculous this is. The majority of Americans, regular ass Americans, are struggling. Okay, they're struggling. Okay, what all over. Okay, there's not many of them are rich. Okay, the majority are struggling. Oh, can barely pay the rent, can barely pay the light bill, can barely keep food in there. Okay, can barely keep the car running. Okay, the majority are struggling because of disparity between the rich and even the middle class, afford this, that, can't afford a home. The homes have went up like this. Okay, the rent has went up like this. People are barely making it. Okay, we're all struggling. Yeah, I'm too. We're all struggling. Okay, and then that chump is saying, "Pay me money for this stuff, and I'll get president and make America great again." Okay, you had 4 years to do that. Well, why? Fuck no. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So yes, these things with the cost of living being way up here, and can barely even afford a place, and homeless running on the street, and then that chump is, "Give me money. Give me money. I need money." Selling merch with his dumbass face. Okay, that's not helping Americans. Americans need breaks. Okay, and yes, we do need to not spend so much. I agree. But other things, it's like, no, we need breaks. How about lower the cost of living? Not let landlords charge, huge, rates for, properties, which I know, capitalists and people have a right to make money within reason. If it puts a bunch of people on the street, they can't afford to live, they can't afford to feed themselves and their family. Okay, there has to be some kind of cap here. Okay, so it's ridiculous. So, but that chump, that's the thing. The takers and the beggars are like, "Oh God, I need some help," and then they want to cut the help because, like say food stamps, because somebody can't afford. Oh fuck, done. Okay, Spirit's coming for that. Spirit is sick of it. Okay, period. And stuff. Spirit is here for the givers. Who has been charitable? Who is giving? Okay, that. Our church is actually helping their parish. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Oh, Queen of Scoops. Queen of Scoops. Okay, so that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. That kind of makes me feel, women, just in general. Okay, there's going to be a rising of women. Okay, looking at Trump, he's just not the ideal man. You know what I'm saying? Except this stuff with Stormy is going to be coming in. The case is going to start coming out. And it's going to show an ugly side, okay? And women, I mean, if you support a guy who'd pay a porn star and cheat on his wife with her, oh God, you're done, okay? All right, so let's kind of see what's going on here. But we're still looking at, so far, I guess whatever Spirit wants to say at this point, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, and that's one of the big things, luck turning around and so forth. And that's one of the things Spirit wants, is the luck to turn around. Those that are sticking with the word, that are sticking with the Spirit's going to turn their luck around. Okay, that is one thing Spirit is going to do. And even the young people. Okay, and stuff. And then we've got the Seven of Spokes. Seven of Spokes is a Seven of Cups reverse. I like to see a reversal of the Seven of Cups. Oh, getting people that have fallen into various addictions, nipping it in the bud. Needs to be more programs for that. That's one of the key things. Giving up certain addictions, guys. That's a massive one. Oh, drinking or smoking or this, that. Trying to get young people hooked on vapes and all. Oh, fuck, done. Okay, I feel like a more healthy, conscious, that's going to be with 5D. People giving up things that are taking them down. Okay, they're trying to take down the young people with vapes. Okay. Then we've got the Seven of Dice. That's the Seven of Swords. Okay. And see, that's one of the things that can be the betrayer, people realizing and becoming aware of the betrayal. I think women, especially conservative women, when they start seeing this Stormy shit in the reality, you're really going to support a guy who would cheat on his wife with a porn star? Come on, ladies. Okay, wake up. If your husband cheated on you with a porn star and paid $130,000 cash, would you stay with him? Come on, ladies. Okay, I have a feeling that may shake up some women. Okay, maybe change perspective. Okay, so there's that. He's just, he's nasty. Okay, so we got the Queen of Spokes coming in. That's the Queen of Cups. That makes me feel that Ruth Bader Ginsburg energy. Oh, she got a lot of power making that van do that. Okay, remember that? Oh, yeah, we know who that is. Okay. But, oh, there's the devil. Okay, the devil. I know. That's the second time we see the devil today. Okay, devil went down to Georgia. Oh, yeah. Oh, Georgia is going to be a fun one. Georgia's going to be a fun one. Oh, with these court cases. See, that's the thing. When the court cases start coming out and we see his behavior, oh, boy. Oh, boy. The High Priestess reversed. A High Priestess reversed. Secrets being revealed. That's really what that's about. Because the High Priestess, certain things have been held back, but here come all the secrets. Oh, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out and everything. So far, I guess Spirit wanted to take things in a different direction since we already got the answer in the one. Okay, King of Spokes. Okay, that's the King of Cups. That makes me feel Biden energy. I know he's doing his best, but we probably need someone different, to be honest. You see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't like Biden. He's doing good things, but he's spending a little too much. Biden doing your best. But we got the Queen of Dice popping up in there, which is the Queen of Swords energy and stuff. That makes me feel Kamala. kind of getting in there with some, better energy. Maybe she could guide him, a little bit fresher stuff. I'm telling you, we could possibly see Kamala step in. It's a possibility. Okay, it's a possibility. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. Okay, so the outcome, the Empress. Okay, I want you to look at that card. It is reverse. Oh, the women. So Spirit really want to talk about that. Oh, the Goddess is coming. Okay, Empress when reverses could be the Dot Goddess, the War Goddess, and the Tower. Oh yeah, that Trump Tower fallen. Oh, it's been fallen. It's up, but she coming for the Tower. There's definitely a Goddess energy, a feminine energy that Spirit want to talk about with this one. Oh, women. Okay, there's a lot of that. The Stormy case is going to be a big one. That could awaken some women. Maybe they were conservative. Maybe they liked Trump at first. But when they see this porn star thing, they may go, icky. Okay, I mean, really, if, come on, conservative women, if your husband, cheated on you with a porn star and took $130,000 cash to hush up, the situation, would you stay with him? You stand by his side? I know Melania did, but maybe she had other reasons. Okay, I've got my ideas. Okay, other reasons, because, a woman scorned, you better watch out. You better watch out. She's got those eyes. Okay. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Melania. Yeah, I'm not dumb. A woman squirrel. You think no. I don't really care to you. What do you think she's wearing the jacket for, guys? Come on. Come on. We know she's not a happy woman, but she's in for the long haul. Take him down. Okay, come on. All right, so anyway, that's what I get. So I do believe that we could get a disqualification. Now, like I said, I don't want to read on anything. Oh God, if there is an uprising or all that stuff. I'm trying to. I guess the best way I could say is the light workers we're shifted, so we don't have that kind of shit. Jesus doesn't want that kind of shit, and he has ways of preventing that. Okay, at least from some people's reality. Okay, we don't want the road warrior out there over a fucking reality TV clown. We're done with him. All right, you guys, have a good one. But yeah, it does look like he could get disqualified. Now, but I feel that's something that will happen further down the line. Maybe possibly. Yeah, let's double, before I go, hold on. I mean, there's so much coming up. Yeah, it could be even Pisces, Taurus energy. So it's going to be a ways off before the disqualification time. It'll start being an issue. It'll start coming up. Some more rising. But there are going to be those who want to protect the Constitution rising. The Strength card. Okay? Have a good one, guys.